Hey everybody, it's Ed. We have Richie and Angela back with us, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Elvis. Shocker. All right, so today we are going to talk a little bit about the day that, well, actually, we'll lead up to, but the day that they were able to meet Elvis behind stage at Las Vegas, at the Las Vegas Hilton, 1973. I believe it was August.
Hmm.
All right, the end of August,
Right.
if I remember correctly. Do you remember the exact date?
I don't know. 23rd sticks out in my mind, but I'm not sure
All right, because on the internet, I believe it's,
until I.
I believe they have it as August 31st. I'm not exactly sure.
Would it
In
be in
73.
one of our magazines
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
it probably is. It probably is.
the night we met him with
That's
the
right.
plaque that we gave him?
Yep, actually, that is correct. All right, so tell us how you got the opportunity to be able to, go and meet Elvis at that particular time.
That's thanks to Dad.
Well, it all started. Ed Bonger and I, we became friends, and Ed Ed came to my house.
They have to
We
the
did a
back.
lot of things when he was here with an auction, but this was already after. Um, we were in Vegas, and one morning I was downstairs having breakfast with Ed, and he was showing me some of the pictures that he has taken in his attaché case. And he said, I said to him, I said, listen, I says, we came to these shows. I says, we'd like to meet Elvis. Is there any possible way that we can get to see him and meet him?
We had a plaque to present to
Yeah,
him from
we
the
had,
fan
we had a
club.
plaque to present to him.
Look next to you.
Uh, so I showed Ed the plaque, and then he turned around and said, "All right, let me talk to Colonel Parker." And he made an arrangement that I meet with Colonel Parker. And Jim and Pat were not with me that morning. I don't know where they were. Either was Angela. I was by myself. And I went with Ed to meet the Colonel. And what I remember was that the Colonel turned around and said to Ed, these are the people. Well, no, Ed turned around and said to the Colonel, these are the people Richie Hess that run the fan club, the King's Court in New York. And they have a plaque that they want to present to Elvis. So the Colonel turned around and said, all right, uh, Ed, you bring them down tonight in the showroom, bring them behind stage. And what I remember was when we got back there, oh, the Colonel did turn around and says, oh, and if you have a camera,
You can bring it.
you can bring it and we'll get pictures. Well, thanks to Ed, Ed took the picture. So I'm always indebted to Ed for taking that picture. And I'm indebted to Ed for getting us backstage. But of course, it was my preservation to get back there,
Perseverance.
perseverance to get back there. And I really worked hard to get there. Because I said to my mother back in 1956, I'll never forget this, I'm going to meet this guy one day. And my dream did come true.
All right, so that was 1973.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
All right, so, and then you get the picture taken,
Right.
and then you have the picture made.
Yes.
Mounted on the plaque.
This is the picture.
Lift it up a little bit so they can get the whole plaque.
This is Diane's brother had
Yeah.
this done for us. He was a photographer. So he did this picture for us and made it.
And
Di-
Diane was a member of the fan
Yes,
club
she was
as
a
well.
member of the fan club. She was the printer. And this is the picture that Elvis signed for Angela and I. And Angela's got the pen. Show the pen. We still have the pen that he signed, which I think is pretty cool.
Here is the pen that Elvis used to sign our picture.
It's hard to see the autograph on it though
Right, because
because
it's faded, but it's etched into
you can
the picture, and if you hold it a certain way,
You can see
you can
it.
see it. But the ink itself faded. And
but we have a picture of him.
signing the
I
picture
don't know if you can really make it out,
right up there.
but you can see the
Outline of the picture and Elvis signing it.
right, and the scarf that he was wearing at that when he signed that.
That has an ink mark on it.
All right.
So if you take the picture and you turn it around,
You can see
You
the,
can
the
see-
shape of the picture frame in front of Elvis as he's
All right, hold it down.
getting ready to sign it
right?
in that picture right
Right.
there. I don't know if they're going to be able to see that
No.
though.
But anyway, that's that one.
So you have that. All right. So and tell us the story about him signing it. How were you able to do that? When did that take place?
In August of 1974, we said, well, what do we have to lose? We packed this big picture in our suitcase, and we knew we would have stage side seats because now we
How
greased
to
the
play
palm.
the game,
We greased the palm of the maitre d'.
Emilio.
We knew we would have stage side seats. So I said, okay, I have nothing to lose. Now, I think I told you back then you had to get all dressed up and look like a lady in a gown and you know, play the part. And I'm saying, how am I going to get this big picture into the showroom without looking conspicuous? Well, I look conspicuous anyway because the only thing I could put it in, I didn't want to bring the picture showing. So the only thing I could bring it in with was at those times the hotel room had paper laundry bags that you could put your laundry in. So I said, well, it fits in here. So here I am trying to look nicely, looking like a lady with this big thing in a paper bag going crinkle, crinkle, crunch, crunch. And they did stop me at the door and they said, what do you have in that bag? And I showed them, I said, it's just the picture, you know, of us with Elvis. And then they wanted to make sure where I was sitting. And I said, no, we have front row seats. So they did let me in. So we got up, we had stage side, I had my elbow on the stage. And when it came to Love Me, which is the first song, I'm like pretty sure, where Elvis goes around and kisses people, I very
Hold the
nicely
picture.
pushed my chair out, stood up on my chair, which was not a easy feat when you're wearing high heels, and held the picture up so that Elvis could see it. Well, Elvis stopped singing. I asked him, could you please sign this picture? Which he did, you can see in the picture. And then I thought it was nice, after he signed it, he turned the picture around
Show
and
the
held
audience.
it up and showed it to the whole audience.
Yeah.
And then gave me a scarf and my picture back. And the scarf that he gave me actually has an ink mark on
Dad,
it.
take that one down up there, the first one.
This one?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That should be the one.
Let me find the ink mark.
Is that the one? No.
Yes.
Oh, it is? Okay. Right there it is. Well, that's the first time that scarf ever unfolded.
That's, yeah, first time it ever unfolded. And here's the ink mark from this pen.
All right, so this was August of '74. Do you remember the exact date?
No, again, I don't.
You were there the whole week?
Yeah.
Yes,
for the-
we used to go from Sunday to Thursday.
Okay,
We
so
did five.
So
was it most likely the first show?
It could very well have
I don't
been.
remember.
It could very well have been. I don't remember.
Okay, all right. All
But
right,
anyway,
all right,
that was
so,
exciting.
yes, all right, definitely. All right, so you got a scarf out of it, you got an autograph out of it,
Correct.
and he actually stopped the song.
He stopped the song to sign it.
Do we have that bootleg?
I don't know if I have a cassette of that. I think probably I didn't do it because I was too busy
Trying to get this
trying
thing
to
signed.
get him sign the picture rather than work a tape recorder.
Unless
So
Pat and Jim did something, but
they didn't know. He usually
Jim
took
usually took pictures.
I did the taping.
and Angela did the tapes.
All right, so this was August of '74,
Yes.
and and it was the first week of the engagement.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
What do you remember? What week?
No. I don't remember whether it was. We kind of. I think all of our August
We used to
Vegas
go-
was
right.
like middle to end.
Okay.
Right.
So it
Interesting.
was because here now I'm reading in the book.
See,
It
I don't-
says here on August 29th, Colonel Parker made arrangements for us to meet him.
All
And
right.
Ed Bonger escorted us backstage.
That should be a pretty accurate representation, especially
because
since it
this
was
written
when
yeah, when,
when
it
we got
was
home.
when it
done.
happened.
Right.
right.
So, all right, and show the camera the front cover of that. That was one of your fan club
This was our
magazines.
fan club magazine, and this was the front cover after that momentous Las Vegas trip. That's with Elvis. And then this is our picture
With
with
the Colonel.
Colonel Parker.
All right, so that was September 29th, 1973. Well, August.
August
I'm sorry, August
29th.
29th, 73. All right, so like I said, I think online they have it listed as August 31st. I could be
Who
wrong
has
though.
it listed
I
there?
at a couple of websites, but
Oh, well,
either
what do they
regardless, I could be wrong on that.
Right.
So
Listen, it's been
Either
so
way.
many
Yeah, I
years,
know.
I can't remember.
I know.
I mean, certain things I do remember, but I can't remember dates.
Okay. All right. So now with Ed Bonja, so Ed Bonja took the picture,
Yes.
Correct.
sent you the pictures.
No,
Or
it was
negatives?
our camera. When the colonel,
Oh.
when the colonel said we could meet him, he was really very smug. He was walking away, and I never forget this. He nonchalantly turns around and says to Ed, "Oh, and by the way, if they have
Yeah.
a camera, they can bring it." So it was our camera.
Mhm.
So what we did was, when he said that, we ran out and bought one of those disposable Instamatic cameras.
Okay.
So that picture was taken by Ed Bonja, but with our disposable Instamatic camera, which we took right back. He took the picture of us with Elvis and the picture of us with the Colonel.
Okay. So you have the negative for that?
No, Pat and Jim had
Oh.
that.
Okay. All right.
We don't have the negatives. That went with the fan club paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Okay. All
And
right.
we don't have that.
All right. That's okay. But you have this. You have the autograph on it, or the ghost of the autograph on it.
Right.
At this point.
The ghost of the autograph, right.
And all right, now with Ed, where is the envelope from before with the note? Because that's pretty cool. It's good to show. So this is 1976.
Right, and there was some questions on how did we get good seats after the fact. In the beginning, we got good seats because Richie stood online and got them. After we had met Ed, then
Ed Bonja.
Ed Bonja, he would put tickets aside for us. They weren't front row, but they were good seats. And how we used to get them were
He used to.
this note was from 1976, July 28th, 1976, for the Civic Center. I think that's Hartford
Yep.
Civic Center.
So that was for me,
And
you,
this was a
and
memo
and
from
Dad,
Ed.
right?
I have 3 tickets for you. I'm going to the Civic Center now. So we would meet him there. We would get our tickets.
Yeah, show that to the camera.
And
All right, so and it's signed by Ed, correct?
Yes.
At the
Correct.
bottom.
right,
So yeah, it's nice to have.
right.
I wish I had better memories of these shows. they all blur together
Right.
for me.
And you
I
were
remember,
at them.
right? That's what I mean, because I remember mostly staying at the hotels and going in the pools and
Right.
and all the stuff that we would do in anticipation for the concerts, and the concerts became like a blur to me
Right.
because
Well, you were young.
I know, and I wish I had better memories of them.
You were young.
But I would have to say that the probably the best memory I have is the Coliseum show on July 19th in '75.
Yeah, you were getting it. You got a start.
Yep.
And you got a kiss right here.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right. All right, but here you can actually show your other thing, because speaking of July 19th, '75.
Oh, right.
Huh? See how I segue? Huh?
Right. That was very good.
Yeah. All right, so show everybody what you're showing, and talk to them about what you got there.
This was in the Inquirer magazine, the National Enquirer. And this is dated the National Star, August 26, 1975.
That's when Elvis was
When
going to
Elvis,
perform at the Coliseum.
At the Coliseum.
Nassau Coliseum.
And here I am.
You went to the Hilton?
I was at the Hilton when he came in that night. This was like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
You were waiting there.
I was waiting there for him. And I gave him a letter.
From the King's Court.
Now, I don't know if you could see that great, but we got the negative. We got the pictures, the real picture.
Yeah, wait. I wanna...
What do you have?
I think this is the order from first to third.
All right, this is when he got off, when he came out of the car.
Give me that other one.
And there's my hand. I'm giving him the.
That was when we came home.
I know.
I gave him the
Show them that.
the letter.
Yeah.
Then this is another one with my giving him the letter.
That's your hand.
That's my hand. And then this is me there. And
This isn't even better.
this is the even better shot of me right here.
All right, so that was July 19th. That was when he was coming in from on the plane.
Yeah,
correct?
he was just coming into the hotel, and what happened was we were waiting. The buses came in first, and the way they did it is they had the buses parked, and I remember them taking the wardrobe, the stuff off the bus, like his clothes and suits, everything. The way they did it, it was unbelievable what I saw and what I could remember. And then a police car comes in, then another police car comes in, goes out, and then another police car comes in with a limousine behind it, and another police car. So they must have came in first just to see, went out, and then they came back in, and then Elvis came in, and it was Red was there, and I remember,
Coliseum guy was there too.
huh?
Right?
Yeah, Ed Shearer was
From the
there. He was the
Coliseum.
head of the security at the
Coliseum.
Coliseum, and I'm trying to think who else. I mean, it was a lot of people there at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me tell you, a couple of hundred anyway. And I do believe George Athens was there. George Athens was another guy that used to be with us, and he had a motel in down South Jersey, and he used to come and do a lot of the shows with us. George and Linda Athens, very nice people. I think they were with us that night. It was Pat, me, Jim, Rudy. Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
And your picture happened to make it into
yeah,
into
The
that.
paper.
into the newspaper.
Mhm. And we'll get into this a little bit more next time, but here, if you want to show that, there's a picture of you.
That's me at the Coliseum.
No, that was for the Madison Square Garden.
No,
show.
no. This
it's
is
73.
This is 73.
So no, that's the
Oh, I'm
Coliseum.
This is the
Sorry.
Coliseum.
I'm sorry.
I know it all, but this
Wow.
is May 28, 73, Richie, on TV for the Elvis tickets. I'll never forget this.
We
This
took a picture.
my uncle took this.
Right.
Uncle Frank.
Off of the
Off of the
television
television
screen.
to show me. We got to the Coliseum. We were there a couple of days waiting for tickets. We were the first ones online. And they try to pull a fast one.
Well, you know what? We'll talk about that next time because we're gonna talk about when we were in the newspaper.
Right.
Oh,
when We
okay.
were waiting for tickets for those Coliseum shows in
Okay.
'73,
All right.
and a couple of other things as well. All right, but we are going to end it here. So appreciate everybody watching. You can leave your comments if you have any questions that you would like to ask them. You can leave those in the comments as well, and if we get them, if we can get to them, we definitely will. All right, everybody. Thank you. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
So long.